12/16/2010 sports blog. Now, start off with MLB news. The Red Sox are close to signing Bobby Jenks. He is a reliever from the White Sox, so the Red Sox are really close to signing him. So you have to look out for that. Maglio Ordonez, or just Ordonez, resigns with the Tigers for 1 year. Kerry Wood goes back to the Cubs, where he was drafted, where he made his himself famous. So basically, he's going back to his roots. Zach Greinke has a no-trade clause that blocks 15 teams. The Yankees and Nationals are two of those 15 teams. The Rangers and both LA teams, Dodgers and Angels, are teams that cannot be blocked. So the Rangers seem like they can make a push for him. And if he doesn't want to go there, he can't decide if he doesn't want to go there. The organization does. But now on to Yankees' perspective of MLB. The Yankees are exploring Rafael Soriano, former Rays closer. Rafael Soriano really did well for the Rays in the beginning of the season and for the whole season until the postseason because they were shut down by people like Cliff Lee and Texas Rangers pitching. Pedro Feliciano, the former Met, is making progress in a deal to go to the Yankees. It seems like he's going across town right now. So hopefully the Yankees can get Pedro Feliciano. He's a nice left-handed reliever. He can try to make himself. He can try to bolster the Yankees bullpen. Hopefully. And I put a question mark. Felix Hernandez. Felix Hernandez. There's a lot of reports that it's unlikely that he's going to the Yankees. But it's still a thought. The Yankees are going to keep hope alive. If they're going to try to see what they can get. If they can make a trade for some prospects for Felix Hernandez, then they're going to try to get it done. If they need to trade someone, they're going to trade that person for pitching. The Yankees really need pitching right now. And that's basically it with MLB. Now on to NBA news. A stress fracture is found in Yao Ming's left ankle. Yao Ming has been plagued with foot, ankle, knee, whatever problems he's had them, and it's taking him out of playing in the NBA, and he might have to do the Greg Oden and try to factor in retirement soon, because you can't have constant foot problems or constant ankle problems and then keep coming back and only playing like 11 games of the season or 9 games of the season. But that's besides the point. Joakim Noah is out for 8 to 10 weeks. Rondo is out from a sprained ankle. I will put up the Celtics Knicks video when I talk about the Celtics versus Knicks game. Now, around the league, here we go from last night. LA with Kobe's 31 and Pau Gasol's 27 picks up a victory in Indiana, 109-94. The Clippers pick up a loss in Philadelphia, 105-91. Charlotte picks up a loss in Memphis, 113-80. Houston picks up a loss in Oklahoma City, 105-117. Minnesota picks up a 6-point loss in Phoenix, 128-122. Chicago heads up to Canada, picks up a win, 110-93. Cleveland loses at South Beach to Miami, backed up by D. Wade's 28 points, 101-95. That was a very close game. Sacramento picks up a loss against New Orleans at New Orleans, 94-91. Milwaukee picks up a 2-point loss against San Antonio Spurs by Manu Ginobili's game-winning shot. That really was a travel, 92-90. Portland loses to Dallas by 5, 98-103. Now I'm going to talk about the Knicks versus Celtics. But first, some highlights from NBA.com.
I ask you what you thought about this game against
I didn't think it was very
the
good.
Celtics and the
I didn't
Knicks.
think
You
it
didn't
was
like
very
it.
good. I told you I might
now
lie.
I'm going to call you a liar.
Okay.
Paul Pierce and Amari Stoudemire. Would we renew the rivalry? Both teams win streaks, and Amari looking to keep his streak at 30-plus going early.
Man. And Simi looking to not start a streak of being on poster.
Wilson Chandler can finish as well.
Ooh, yes he can.
14-7 at the half for him. Paul Pierce will play a big role in this game. Let's just say that.
Well, when your nickname is the truth, you have a lot of patience to prove it.
Yes, you do.
Hey, the first half's coming to an end here, guys.
The bank's open in the garden that time, right?
24 hours.
Oh, okay.
ATM, remember.
Beating the buzzer. Man, that's pretty. Yep, off the glass. Nice. We go to the second half. Knicks turn it over. Celtics running. Ray Allen throwing it down.
Just in case you wanted to start something.
Knicks up 5, though. Gallinari got it going. He had 20 points in this game.
Very impressed. He didn't settle for the jump shot. But this play right here, he has hops, not hopes.
That's the
Pull-up action there.
And look who's there again. It's always Simmons. Simmons is just always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He likes being on posters.
Yeah.
Nobody was there for Amari. He got to 30 on that dunk, so that streak continues. 9 games. Would it be in a win?
Sprained ankle, Mark.
This is a loss for the Celtics. He left the game, Rondo, after turning the ankle. He did return, came back in, but then quickly left again. We have not gotten further word on that injury. When we do, obviously, we'll share it with you.
I'm not a doctor,
Amari, 39.
but that's a sprained ankle.
Actually, I'm just getting confirmation in my ear it is a sprained ankle, so there you go, guys.
That's a nice little finger roll right there, too. But that's I'm not a doctor, but I know what a finger roll looks like.
You know what this looks like, too,
that's
KG. He had 20. Ray Allen is going to wind up with this one. How does he not have a defender on him? Knocking it down, 26.
No defensive transition right there. That's
not
all.
paying attention.
No, somebody
Boston
sleeping.
up 3. Gallinari takes it to the hole, gets fouled. Old-fashioned 3 for him. He makes the free throw. We're tied. So who do you go to in the final seconds?
The truth.
The man that won't lie to you.
Paul Pierce with .4 to go. Yes.
You see, that's why that's why I said the word lie earlier. You see how it all
It all comes out. Wait, we're not done, though.
Oh, it's good going, Maury. Yes, I was about to say he made me a liar.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
No,
slow-mo. Slow-mo.
0,
Never
the
lied.
ball still in his hands, and there you go.
Instant replay.
So, Boston does get the win. What a great game. The New York Knicks, the 8-game winning streak. A lot of folks questioning the competition, not exactly a who's who of the elite in the NBA, and yet they come.
Now, the video doesn't mention that Felton had 26 points and 14 assists, and it also doesn't mention that Chandler had 18 points, 12 rebounds. Keys to this game for the Knicks, they had way too many turnovers, 17. That's not good. Last game against the Nuggets, I said they were holding onto the ball. Well, they didn't. They had 50 points in the paint compared to the Celtics' 62 in the paint. The Knicks' free throw percentage was 80.8% from the free throw line compared to the Celtics. The Celtics were perfect from the free throw line, 100%. And the Knicks had shot 39.1 from deep compared to the Celtics' 50% from deep, backed up by Paul Pierce 2 of 4 and Ray Allen 4 of 5. Not so good for the Knicks. The Knicks bench is not producing like they should. The Knicks bench only had 7 points. I don't really know what the Celtics had, but I know the Celtics got a lot of bench production. I don't know what's going on with the Knicks bench, and the only person from the Knicks bench that played was Tony Douglas. I don't know what's going on for them, but the Knicks bench really needs to step up, I said. Especially in this Friday game against the Heat, they need to find out why their bench is not producing, and then they just need to solve it. Because you need a solid bench to back up your starters when they get tired against a run team like Miami. So, to sum up this Knicks Celtics game, that was a very exciting game. All my Knicks fans came out of hiding. All Knicks fans, I say, stand up. The Knicks are back, just like Amari Stoudemire said in July. But this is the BX Baller 12-16-2010 Sports Blog. Signing out.